and welcome to Nerds Trivia. We had to do a little scheduling. We got Heather Barnes back. We got her going against Michael. Michael, what's your last name again? Where are you from?
Fox
Let me.
from Maryland.
Awesome, awesome. Um, but yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have Mike DiStefano host the first round. We're not gonna do a coin flip this week. We're gonna say Heather has decided to defer to the next round. So we'll get right into um, what the first categories are. Mike, I'll put the image out. I'll let you take over there.
All right. So we got WrestleMania 30. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Managers. Bobby Heenan. And the newly crowned United States champion, Finn Balor.
All right. Well,
All right, let's go
Michael.
with managers.
Oh, yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Let's go with managers for 300.
300. All right. This manager managed a record 15 WWF and WWF Tag Team Champions.
Captain Lou Albano.
That is correct.
Oh wow! Right off the bat, nice job. All right, to Heather.
I'll take managers 200.
This manager was known as the Hollywood Fashion Plate.
Johnny Valent.
That is incorrect.
So, Michael, you can steal, but in this case, if you get it wrong, you do lose the points.
Okay, I will steal. The Hollywood fashion plate is classy Freddie Blassie.
That gentleman is right.
All right, wow. 500 starting off strong. And Michael, that goes back to you.
Let's go ahead and go to managers for 500.
This manager formed his army with the likes of Rick Rude and superstar Billy Graham.
Could you repeat that one more time? My signal was cutting out on me.
This manager formed his army with the likes of Rick Rude and superstar Billy Graham.
Would that be number one, Paul Jones?
Holy shnikes!
How much was that for?
That was a fiver there, buddy.
5. Oh, wow. Mike coming out hot here. All right, back to Heather.
I'll do managers 400.
This manager managed Bam Bam Bigelow.
I have no idea what his name is.
Michael for the steal, if you would like.
I'll go ahead and steal. I'll go ahead and steal. His manager was Sir Oliver Humperdinck.
That is right.
Wow. Michael's on a tear right now. Michael, that goes back to you.
Let's go ahead and go to WrestleMania 30 for 100.
WrestleMania 30 was held at the New Orleans Superdome. What other WrestleMania location did Hulk Hogan confuse it with?
Ooh, that's a good question.
WrestleMania 3, the Pontiac Silverdome.
This man knows his stuff.
That was 100?
That was for 100. Yes, sir. And Heather, it is to you.
Do managers 100?
This manager managed the Midnight Express.
Jim Cornette?
That is correct. Okay, Michael, it is up to you. And just to let you know, managers is off the board.
Let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go to WrestleMania 30 for 400.
Who did Triple H come out with prior to his match with Daniel Bryan?
That cut out on me. Could you please repeat?
Who did Triple H come out with prior to his match with Daniel Bryan?
I know he came out with Charlotte Flair and some NXT wrestlers. I just don't remember every one of them. I know Charlotte was one of the main ones, though.
Okay, I do need all of them.
Oh, Charlotte and Becky Lynch. That's my guess. 'Cause I don't remember exactly how many people were on stage with them.
And that is incorrect. Heather, would you like to attempt to steal?
I will steal. Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss.
That is correct.
That was a tough one. I don't
All
Heather,
came out wearing Mardi Gras masks.
Okay.
Not today, but it is today.
Today's Fat Tuesday, yes. So no meat tomorrow if you're Catholic.
I will take WrestleMania 30 for 500.
What was the shortest match on the card? From when the bell rang to the pinfall.
I can't believe I don't know. I was even there. I don't know.
Michael, for the
Hey, it's
steal.
I
been
have
8
no
years.
clue. I have no clue.
The Shield versus the New Age Outlaws in Kane. 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Yeah, that's a
See,
tough
I forgot
one.
about that match.
Yeah, that was forgettable.
2 minutes and 56 seconds. Yeah, you would forget about that match.
Did they break up? The Shield didn't break up the next night. That was like a.
No, that was after I
The
believe
next pay-per-view.
I think
The
it was
night after.
Yeah, it was Backlash.
Okay, that's right. I believe that goes to.
Back to Michael.
All right, let's go Bobby the Brain Heenan for 100.
Can't make this up. What was Heenan's nickname?
Which nickname? The fans' nickname or his nickname?
His
That he
nickname.
gave himself. Oh, the nickname he gave himself was the Brain.
Yes. He said the category with the answer at the same time. You gotta love it. That was for 100, Dan.
That was for 100.
Yes, sir.
And Michael had 1,500. So okay.
All right, Heather, it is up to you.
I'll go Bobby Heenan for 200.
In what company did Bobby Heenan start to get notoriety?
Was it Georgia Wrestling?
No, it was not. Michael, would you like to steal?
I'm going to go ahead and steal. I'm going to steal the AWA.
That is correct.
200. Yeah.
2. And Michael, is back to you.
Bobby Heenan for 500.
Heenan's only time managing a world champion was in the AWA with this man.
Nick Bockwinkel.
The man knows his wrestling.
That was 500.
That was for 5.
Oh,
And Heather, we go back to you.
What's left for WrestleMania 30?
2 and 300.
I'll take that for 300.
Who does Cesaro eliminate to win the inaugural Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Was it the B show?
That is correct. In one of the greatest feats of strength I ever saw. Michael, it is up to you.
Bobby Heenan 400.
Heenan co-hosted this show with Gorilla Monsoon.
Primetime Wrestling.
Who didn't even take a minute to think.
one of my favorites. I love that. That's how I got started on wrestling. Was primetime wrestling.
Yep, and I was a child of the 80s, so I grew up watching Wrestling Challenge, Superstars of Wrestling, Primetime. So,
Man after my own heart. And Heather, we are up to you.
Let's finish out WrestleMania 30.
All right, for 200. Daniel Bryan won the WWE Championship on this night. What did Michael Cole call this accomplishment?
I have no idea.
Michael, would you like to steal?
yes, I'd like to steal. He called it the Miracle on Bourbon Street.
That is correct. Or I would have took the Bourbon Street Miracle as well. All right, and with that steal, Michael, you are up for your own question. And a very nice, comfortable 2,200-point lead, by the way.
So let's go with Roddy Piper for 100.
MJF says he's bigger than Piper was in this Pacific Northwest city.
Portland.
You are correct. And then WrestleMania 30 is off the board, okay?
Yep.
Heather, it is up to you.
I'll take Piper 200.
Piper was built from Glasgow, Scotland, but where was Roddy's original birthplace? I need the city and the country.
Calgary, Canada.
That is incorrect. Michael, would you like to try to steal?
I know the city. I just don't, and I know the country. Oh, I'll steal. Saskatchewan, Canada.
That's the problem. All right. You know what? I'm going to call in Dan on this. He's partially right. He gave the province and the country. He didn't give the city, though.
I know what it is.
Can you finish the question?
I know this. I knew it was one of the big S cities. It has to be Saskatoon. I was torn between that and Saskatchewan, but for some reason that name stuck out to me.
All right, he got it right. It is Saskatoon in the Saskatchewan area. So that's what it is. So the city was Saskatoon. The province is Saskatchewan. And, of course, the country was Canada. Now it's for 2, Dan.
Yep.
All right, Heather, it's up to you.
Now it's Michael's turn.
Oh, wait, that was a steal, right? Yeah. Michael, on you.
All right. Let's go Roddy Piper for 500.
In a feud with the Guerreros in Los Angeles, Piper was going to play the Mexican national anthem, and instead he played this on his bagpipes.
La Cucaracha.
And everybody wanted to kill him.
Did you talk about this on your show, Mike, the other day? Where do I remember?
I think
Right.
it was either last week or the week before. I think because we were doing the whole Piper Portland thing, and I think I mentioned this either last week's show or the show before.
Okay, because I was like, I just remember listening to something talking about that. So
Yeah, well, if you tune on to Coming Down the Aisle, we'll talk about probably this week too. But cheap pop. All right, Heather, up to you.
Piper 300.
Roddy Piper had many retirements in his career, but his first retirement match was at WrestleMania 3 against who?
Adrian Adonis.
The adorable one, Adrian Adonis, is correct. And Michael, it is up to you.
What's left?
As of right now, we have Roddy Piper still for 400. We still have Bobby Heenan for 3. Everything for Finn Balor. Managers and WrestleMania 30 are off the board.
All right, let's go Finn Balor for 100.
Finn was the leader of this New Japan faction.
Bullet Club.
That is correct.
I was already going to make the point.
I told you I gradually go in. First.
Yes, you're not like Eli. Yeah.
I'm not like Eli. I'm not going to ask you a question for 100 that's going to go, oh, come on. Okay, Heather, on to you now.
I will take Piper 400.
All right, for 400. Who was Roddy's first professional match against?
I don't know.
And Michael, you like to try to steal?
I'm going to pass. I have no idea.
Okay, it has been said many times by him. Larry the Axe Henning.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Perfect's father got paid $5 Canadian as the punchline in that. All right, so Roddy Piper and WrestleMania 30 and managers are all off the board. We still got Bobby Heenan for 300 and 2 to 500 for Finn Balor.
Let's go ahead and finish off Bobby Heenan for 3.
Heenan made this longtime babyface turn heel on his fans and Hulk Hogan.
Andre the Giant.
That is correct. All right, Heather. Only thing left is Finn Balor from 2 to 500.
I'll take Finn Balor for 200.
What is Finn's alter ego?
The Demon.
That is correct. My wife said in the background, Di Stefano.
That's what made
She's like, no, I'm not the demon.
Let's go Finn Balor for 3.
Finn was replaced by who as the leader of the Bullet Club when he left for WWE?
Switchblade Jay White.
That is incorrect.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I know.
Heather, would you like to try to steal?
I am going to try and steal.
And who was it?
AJ Styles.
The man got his ass beaten up by Edge last night. You are correct.
Yeah, because AJ doesn't sign for what, another. What year did Finn sign? 2014, maybe?
2014, Finn signed.
Okay, and then AJ doesn't sign until 2016.
Right, he did his 2-year run with New Japan, and then Kenny jumped him, and that's when Kenny took over.
I think that goes back to Heather, too.
Yep. And we got 400 and 500, Heather.
I'll take 400.
Finn won his first NXT title, beating Kevin Owens at this NXT special event.
NXT Takeover Chicago.
That is incorrect.
No clue. I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah,
It was.
I didn't
it
get
was
into
an-
NXT till super late, so
It was an NXT special event held on the WWE Network. Dan, do you want to take a shot?
What was the question again? I'm sorry. I was writing down points.
The question was, Finn won his first NXT title beating Kevin Owens at this NXT special event.
Man, they've had so many. I don't know.
Eli's got it right.
Is Eli in the private chat?
Yes, he is. No, he's in the he's in the comment section.
Oh, okay.
You want to pull it up, or you just want me to give it out?
It's not coming up for me for some reason. Oh, hold on. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, go ahead.
So Eli is correct. Beast in the East.
There it is.
oh, when they went to Japan.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, Dylan woke up at 4
So,
in the AM to
Michael,
watch it.
Michael, this is for 500, and it's the final question on the board.
All right.
Fergal Devitt hold on. Devitt took this WD. Okay, let me try this again. Fergal Devitt took his WWE name Finn for Irish mythical figure Finn McCool and Balor, which means this in Gaelic.
No clue.
Heather, would you like to try to steal for 500?
I do not. Mm-mm.
Balor in Gaelic means demon king.
And that wraps up.
I did a lot of Wikipedia on this today.
Awesome. We can start going in the second round. I apologize if questions are coming up and I'm not getting them on the screen. We do need to hire a scoreboard keeper. We're hoping Justin Del Rio maybe wants to do that. Maybe Dylan. Hard to keep the scoreboard and do the comments. But we're gonna go into round 2. We got some exciting stuff coming up. And first, Canadian-born wrestlers. The franchise Shane Douglas. Wrestling figures. I will show you a figure, and you have to guess who that figure is. WrestleMania 14. And the whole bleeping show, since this is a family show, I'm not going to be like Kendall, Rob Van Dam. And I believe, Heather, did you defer, I believe?
I did.
All right.
I will keep my mouth shut, but if no answers are given, I want to give it a shot.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let me just get situated. All right, and then I'm just going to have to figure out how to do the scoreboard too. But Heather, go ahead. You can go first.
Canadian wrestlers, 100.
Canadian wrestlers for 100. What pay-per-view did Edge win his first WWE title?
Clash of the Champions. That is no
Uh,
idea. That,
no, that's incorrect. Michael, do you want to steal?
I'm going to take a guess. New Year's Revolution.
That is correct. 2006. I don't know if they ever did that again. I don't know if that was like the only one they ever did. But
There were two of them. '07, where John Cena had like Carlito and Chris Masters in the match with him.
ah,
Then he got cashed in on.
all right. Well, back to you, Michael. Yeah, Canadian-born wrestlers Shane Douglas. Name that figure. WrestleMania 14 and Rob Van Dam.
Let's go Canadian-born wrestlers for 200.
These two brothers were the opening match of WrestleMania 10.
Bret Hart, Owen Hart.
That is correct. Yeah, I've learned to make the questions easier to ease into them. Heather, that's going to go back to you.
wrestling figures for 100.
All right, wrestling figures for 100. Let me just move this because name this wrestling figure.
My God,
Can we see it?
I really can't.
Well, that could cause an issue. This was an idea I thought of today. Hopefully, it doesn't backfire.
Is that Kurt Angle?
That is correct. That is Kurt Angle.
You should actually took the pictures and then like shared them
Yeah.
onto the screen.
We're trying different things. I thought of that idea like earlier today. Michael, back to you.
WrestleMania 14 for 500.
Oh wow. What? So so this band played the DX theme. They did go by the DX band, but what was their real name? The band that played out Shawn Michaels to the ring to face Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I have no clue. I have no clue on that.
Heather, do you want to steal?
No.
They are actually called the Chris Warren Band, and unfortunately, the lead singer Chris Warren has passed away. But they were actually a band, but they called them the DX Band. Heather, that goes back to you.
We'll go with RVD for 100.
Who did Rob Van Dam wrestle at ECW's first pay-per-view, Barely Legal?
Jerry Lynn.
That is incorrect. Michael, do you want to steal?
I will give it a Sabu.
That is incorrect. It was actually Lance Storm. If anybody remembers, RVD was never booked to be on the show to begin with. He complained. He said that he should never put his boots on to wrestle tonight. But by wrestling Lance Storm, there was more money in his pocket. Pretty epic. Pretty epic Rob Van Dam moment. But Michael, that goes back to you.
Let's go WrestleMania 14 for 400.
WrestleMania 14 for 400. What team faced Mark Marrow and Sable at WrestleMania 14?
Goldust and Luna Vachon. Better if we want the proper answer, it's the artist formerly known as Goldust and Luna Vachon.
That is correct. And I know Luna was, if you've watched Dark Side of the Ring, Luna, I think, was pretty upset that she had to take the pinfall from Sable, but was willing to do it. But not, I felt like Luna, she felt like she was did wrong by WWE. And you learn a lot about that. I highly recommend that episode. Heather, that goes back to you.
Canadian wrestlers for, is it 300 still available?
Yes. What Canadian wrestler was a member not only of the Four Horsemen, but of the Radicals?
Chris Benoit.
That is correct.
Wouldn't Dean Malenko fall into that same category though?
He's not a Canadian.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you. You made me look dumb now. See?
It's Canadian wrestlers is the is the topic. Michael, that goes back to you.
Canadian wrestlers for 400.
What was okay? So sometimes wrestlers have a name that goes ahead of their actual name, almost like I guess you'd call a nickname. What was Chris Jericho's nickname in WCW?
Lionheart, Chris Jericho.
That is correct. All right, Heather, back to you.
We'll finish out Canadian wrestlers.
This Canadian wrestler faced Yokozuna in a sumo match on Monday Night Raw in 1994. I will take any of his
Wait,
names.
okay, Earthquake.
Correct. Yeah, I think they talked about him being John Tenta at the time, which was his real name, but
Yeah.
yes, he was under Earthquake at that point. Also, it was Golga, which I didn't know when I was a kid. I learned that much later. All right, Canadian wrestlers is off the board. Michael, to you, you still got franchise Shane Douglas, WrestleMania 14, Rob Van Dam. Name that figure.
Let's go name that figure for 200.
All right. Now, hopefully we're going to work on this. Hopefully you can see it.
Oh. No. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I can't tell.
Heather, would you like to steal?
Can you bring it down some? Is
Right
that
here?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to steal.
Okay, this is Austin Theory, believe it or not. They did an all right job with him, I think.
Austin Theory has a doll. I mean, action figure.
Yeah,
Now?
this is it's a basic. They don't have an elite figure of him, but this is as you can see.
They
we
do
put-
have one, or it's
Oh,
coming
there is
out.
one.
It's
Oh,
coming
really?
out. Hmm.
Yeah, I bought that one a little while ago. I believe Heather, it's back to you.
What do we got left?
We got 300, 400, 500. Name that figure. Everything in Shane Douglas. 100, 200, 300. WrestleMania 14. 200, 300, 400 in Rob Van Dam.
I'll go 100 Shane Douglas.
What was the name of Shane Douglas when he wrestled in the World Wrestling Federation in 1995?
Dean Douglas.
That is correct. And that was for 100. Okay. Sorry. All right, Michael, back to you.
WrestleMania 14 for 300.
All right. Shawn Michaels would wrestle his last match with the World Wrestling Federation for a number of years, coming down with a back injury. What year did Shawn Michaels return, at this point, World Wrestling Entertainment?
2002.
That is correct. All right, Heather, back to you.
I'll take Shane Douglas 200.
Shane Douglas would have a stable in Extreme Championship Wrestling with Bam Bam Bigelow and Chris Candido. What was the name of it?
The franchise players.
Incorrect. But I do like the attempts.
I like the name to that.
Yeah, Michael, do you want to take a steal?
I will steal. That was the triple threat.
That is correct.
And actually, the original triple threat was Douglas, Malenko, and Benoit.
That is also correct. I like that. That was my favorite. Like I loved that group. That was like one of my favorite groups of all time. All right, I think that goes back to Michael.
Let's go franchise Shane Douglas for 300.
Shane Douglas in 1994 would throw down this title and declare it the ECW champion that he declared himself the new face of Extreme, the ECW champion. But what was the title that he threw down?
I really hate him for throwing the belt down because it's one of my favorite belts, but he threw down the NWA Heavyweight Championship belt.
That is correct.
How many more times did we gotta use this match as a question on trivia?
I love Shane Douglas, so
It's
he's
like this.
probably gonna come.
It's
I
like
made
the
a whole
last three
section
out
of
of
it.
four. The last 3 out of 4 trivia is everything had to do with that match.
I love that match. I love that whole thing. I do like the NWA. Don't get me wrong, but something about that moment that just is always gonna live with me. Heather, that's back to you.
Shane Douglas 400.
What did Shane Douglas do before he was a wrestler?
Bouncer.
Incorrect. Michael, would you like to steal?
I will steal. Shane Douglas was a teacher.
That is correct, which is why they gave him the Dean Douglas gimmick. He actually was a social studies teacher, which is what I went to school for as well, so I had that in common with him. Michael, that goes back to you.
Let's go ahead and finish off Shane Douglas for 5.
Shane Douglas had, in my opinion, one of the best theme songs of all time, which was Perfect Strangers. Who was the band that wrote that and performed that song?
Deep Purple.
That is correct. All right, Heather, back to you. Shane Douglas is off the table. Still got 100 to 200 in WrestleMania 14, 200 to 500 in Rob Van Dam, and also name that figure 300, 400, 500.
WrestleMania 14 100.
Who was the special enforcer in the main event?
Mike Tyson.
That is correct. That's a good 100 question, right, Mike?
I think so.
All right, Michael, back to you.
Let's finish off WrestleMania 14. 200.
What title was on the line when Triple H faced Owen Hart?
The European Championship.
That is correct. All right, WrestleMania 14 is off the table. Still have Rob Van Dam. 200, 300, 400, 500 for Van Dam. 300, 400, 500 in Name That Figure.
Go RVD 200.
Who did Rob Van Dam beat for his first WWE, well, his only WWE championship?
Jeff Hardy.
That is incorrect. Michael, do you want to steal?
I'll steal. John Cena.
That's correct. At ECW One Night Stand. Can you tell how much of an ECW mark I am by some of these questions? I didn't even realize how heavy I went on ECW when I wrote all this today, but yeah.
Well, you gotta realize, though, I mean, Shane Douglas, most of his career was ECW to begin with.
Yeah, and that, was obviously one of my favorite promotions. Michael, that goes back to you. Still 300, 400, 500 in Rob Van Dam. Still 300, 400, 500. Name that figure.
Let's go RVD for 300.
What year did RVD make his debut in Total Nonstop Action? TNA.
I'm going to say 2005.
That is incorrect. Heather, would you like to steal?
I will. It was 2009.
That is also incorrect. It was 2010. But 2009 is super close, but yes, it was 2000.
Didn't he debut on the episode of Impact where they went to Monday nights to compete up against Raw?
He came in there around there. He might have already been signed, but then when Hogan came in and Bischoff came in, and I know a lot of people debate on who really had power backstage, but they started bringing in everybody WWE you could think of. I mean, I'll tell you what, when I saw the Nasty Boys in that first episode, I said, okay, this isn't going to work. I think that, Heather, that goes back to you. So 400, 500 Rob Van Dam, 300, 400, 500 in figures.
I'll try 300 in figures.
All right. Hopefully we can see this. I never thought this would be so difficult, but
Bring it down just a little. Is
You
that
can
Owen
also.
Hart?
This is Owen Hart. Very good. Even though he has a head that doesn't look anything like Owen Hart, it is Owen Hart.
I was gonna say Glacier.
Well, they use the same head for Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart for that Jack series. Well, they replaced them a couple times. It was not, it wasn't their best work. It's not like it is today. Michael, that's going to go to you. You got 400, 500, and name that figure. 400 and 500 for Rob Van Dam.
400 RVD. Sorry, I'm actually enamored they brought Robert Roode's Glorious theme back for his NXT 2.0 match.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I missed when that was going on. I don't like what they've done with him on the main roster. Sabu
I gotta
and
watch NXT now.
yeah, I always watch it after the show, but RVD and
I just put it
Sabu.
on.
Yeah, no, I love 2.0. Everybody knows that. We could talk about that later. How much I love 2.0, but there's reasons behind it. What were Sabu and RVD arrested for in 2006?
Drug possession.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I was gonna say marijuana, but it's the same difference.
RVD's favorite drug of choice.
Yeah, I mean he's not doing hard drugs. He just likes to smoke a little weed. So, Heather, we still have 500 in RVD, 400, 500 in name that figure.
Then name that figure 400. Nails.
That is correct.
Wow.
That I spent it took years to get that one because I would never. There was just too many times where it was so expensive. I was like, I'm not doing
Yes.
that. And
He is
then
a rare.
he's very. I mean, this thing is a little banged up. It's not perfect, but it was a good price. So, all right, we got Michael. Name that figure 500 or RVD 500.
I'll name that figure for 500.
And we do want to use the name that the figure actually was using at that time.
Oh.
Give a little bit more. There's the boots. There's the face.
No. I'm not going to get it. No.
Heather, do you want to steal?
Bring it down just a little.
A little bit of the face.
No, I'm not.
Little Guido.
That was Guido.
Yeah. These
All
were
right,
in
whoever did the designs on that should be fired.
well, these were the ECW figures, and these are hard to. I found this. I think I bought this. I bought this at a wrestling show that he actually wrestled on. The ECW figures, they were decent for what they were. All right, Heather, it goes to 500 for you, I believe, and you still got RVD. RVD.
Okay.
What is RVD's hometown?
Detroit, Michigan? No, it's not. It's Lansing. No.
Michael, do you want to steal?
Battle Creek, Michigan.
That is correct. So I'm doing mental math here. Okay. All right. I think that wraps us up for round one and round two. That's going to take us into Final Jeopardy. We're going to give you the category. If you have anything that you can write on for how much you're willing to wager, we'll take that down. And if there's something you can write your answer on and show that as well. But here is the category. No holds barred. I apologize if questions have been coming in. Look at the AW link on Dan's browser. Yes, that is true. I do say things about AEW, but I do love AEW. There's a Facebook user that has not revealed themselves. Give me the smoke. That's got to be Kendall that didn't give permission.
It's gotta be Kendall. Yeah, because you already mentioned the AEW hate.
I don't think Kendall would say NXT 2.0 is garbage, though. I know he likes it.
Hmm.
So I don't know who this hidden user is. Uh, and next week we're gonna get someone to do the scoreboard. So if you do comment, we're gonna get the comments on the show. It's just hard to maneuver multiple things at once, but doing the best that I can. Um, all right. So no holds barred is the category,
Dylan
and
says it's Josh.
oh, is it Josh?
He says it's Josh.
I don't know. They're
Because the
we might never figure it out. All right.
world will never know.
Heather, what do you want to wager?
100.
Okay, 100. All right. Michael?
1,500.
Oh, wow. Okay, and the question again, you can write this down. What year did No Holds Barred come out?
Hmm. I think I know.
And I don't care how bad of a movie this is, I absolutely love it. Like, so, yes. The best part is when he makes the guy crap his pants. And it's just one of the most awkward scenes you'll ever see in a movie. Uh, yeah, I think that's the first time I'd heard the word Dookie before, and then obviously Green Day made an album called that. But all right, do you guys need any more time, or
I'm good.
all right? So if we can see the answers here,
Uh,
Michael says 1989, and Heather
can you see?
a little bit higher, 1989.
1989. That's what I was going
You
to say.
both are correct. That was 1989. So that's going to boost Michael up to, I think, a record high here on Nerds Trivia. Eli Myers may have his work cut out for him here. Yeah, 97.
Eli got 13 though. Yeah, right. Eli had 13,000.
Who?
Eli had 13,000, right?
I believe so. This has got to be a record score, the 9,700. I don't. He was nowhere near that. If I'm wrong, anybody in the comments correct me, but I do not think.
Well, if I didn't get my answer wrong when I went all in 2 weeks ago, I would have the second highest score.
Yep. So, and we just want to say we are working on a tournament. We do not have a scheduled date. We were thinking WrestleMania weekend. There's just too much going on during WrestleMania weekend. People are not going to want to do trivia. We may do things working up to it. It's a work in progress. But Heather is already qualified, so she's moving on to the tournament. Michael now is heading to the he might be the favorite in the tournament at this point because setting a record score here tonight. So appreciate you both coming on. Anything you guys want to plug? Anything at all? Any podcasts or anything?
No.
All right, awesome,
I'll plug
awesome.
my
Well,
podcast
all right,
Saturday,
Mike.
12
Yep.
p.m. Eastern. Me and Dylan James is not going to be there. Join us coming down the aisle. See, easy.
And as always, you can always check out my show, Let Freedom Ring, on YouTube. We make a show every week. But for Nerds of Trivia, we appreciate everybody's support. This has been growing. We had a lot of people watching during this episode. The numbers definitely seem to be going up. So definitely support. If you want to come on, message me, message Josh Mears, Mike, Dylan, Kendall. We'll get you on. So everybody have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good night.